Hi there, everybody. I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here is back. So are we to talk about it every single day. I'm Vicki Newman from the Mirror's Showbiz team, and I'm joined by my lovely colleague Kirsty McCormack, and we are going to talk all about the launch show last night and what we can expect from tonight's show as well. If you've got any questions or you want to share your thoughts, tell me who your favourite is, who you're backing for the win already, if anybody, drop them in the comments below and we'll read some out. So Kirsty, the show kicked off last night. What did you make of it?
I loved it. I was a bit unsure about the lineup at first, even though I was mega excited about Richard Madeley. But I think it got really good once they kind of did the final trial with Richard and Frankie.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it was even better once you saw some of the conditions that the losing team were going to be sleeping in that night.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that we saw kind of the main camp first, and it was so basic. You were thinking, like, how bad is the bad camp going to be?
I know, because I still think you get celebrities, Vicki, who think, oh, it's not that bad. Like, they give me a cup of tea or they'll give me a bacon sandwich on the sly. I really don't think that happens. I really think they are living off the basic rations and sleeping on whatever that was on the floor, because it wasn't even like a yoga mat. It was just like, I don't even know what it was that the losing lot had to sleep on, but it looked awful. I actually felt really bad for Arlene.
Yeah, it looked a bit like an old dust sheet my dad used to put down when he's doing the painting, something like that. But yeah, poor Arlene, oldest person who's ever gone into I'm a Celeb, and she's sleeping on the ground in like the horrible prison camp, which isn't ideal. But
she looks so good though, doesn't she? Like, you would never think she was 78.
Yeah, I do think it's going to be a good series, but I'm already, like you say about the lineup, so obviously a lot of people are kind of saying that they don't know who some of them are, and they're a bit miffed that there's no. But I mean, we have got some really big names in there, and like you say, Richard Madeley is the main draw. He's going to be, we're going to get a lot of good moments from him, I'm sure.
I have a confession to make. I voted for him 5 times.
To do the trial.
Do you know what? I totally forgot about Danny Miller, because obviously at the beginning in the VT, Danny Miller had said about how he has this gagging thing every morning. Yeah. So obviously, like, viewers didn't miss a trick, and they were like, we are voting for him. And I don't know why. I was just like, I need to see Richard Madeley do like every single trial.
I think you'll definitely get a lot of them. There's always someone, isn't there, who kind of gets voted a lot to do it. But is there, like, obviously we've only had the one launch show so far, but is there a front runner for you kind of already yet? Like, for me last year, I knew right from the beginning that Giovanna was going to win. Like, I was so confident. I put a bet on and then I won some money, so that was nice.
That is amazing.
Cool.
Yeah. I think Louise Minchin is going to come across really, really well. And I think she probably has got quite a big following because of the BBC Breakfast role. And if you look at how Dan Walker's doing in Strictly, maybe these sort of people are picking up their phones and voting. And I just think she's going to come across like really down to earth. And I think she's going to be like, or maybe like the mother figure a little bit. I'm not sure if it's going to be Arlene. I think it might be Louise. Especially for, like Snoochie and some of the other like younger people. I think Louise will be maybe that shoulder to cry on or something, and she just seems really, really lovely. But I don't know. I definitely don't think Danny will win it. I don't think he's come across that well, even in the first episode. I think he looks so stressed out all the time, and like the dramatics of when he found out he was going to do the trial, I was like, why on earth? Sorry, Gareth agrees with me.
Gareth is barking. I'm very sorry, everyone. My puppy is hearing something that he doesn't like the sound of. Hopefully,
I don't think he likes the sound of Danny Miller.
Yes, maybe he's not a big Danny Miller fan. He doesn't watch Emmerdale though. He watches Corrie.
Okay, yeah. So he's like, no, Billy's. Oh well, we can talk about that maybe a bit later.
Yeah, but yeah, as you just said, obviously Danny got very upset when he was doing. Found out last night he's going to be doing the trial. I mean, Dan, yeah, just to go back briefly, yes, we agree, Dan. It is really not fair to let poor Arlene sleep on the floor, but at the same time, can people be treated differently? Does that go against the premise of the show? You know, to give special treatment.
This is the thing. I feel like that argument comes up every year because there's definitely going to be trials, I think, where they will say that Arlene is exempt for medical reasons, and it's like, where do you want to draw the line? Because you don't want to say like no one under 50 can go in because of like, you know, being older and having medical issues.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I would like to think that by now celebrities kind of know what they're signing up for in terms of the sleeping arrangements and things like that, you know.
Oh, definitely. I think there's definitely a big difference between, you know, if someone genuinely can't do a trial because of a you know, danger to them and a medical reason, that's totally different to sleeping on the floor. You've all got to do that. And yeah, look, I've grabbed him because I'm hoping that he'll stop barking if I give him a bit of attention. Darren's like to take part. I'm not sure.
Star.
You know who Jareth loves? Percy the pig. That's who he was.
I'm a Celeb. I was actually going to say In the Jungle, and then I had to correct myself.
Yeah.
In the Castle.
I know. How do you feel about it being in Wales again? Are you a bit gutted? Like, do you miss
I was going to say that to you as well, because I noticed on Twitter, I love keeping an eye on Twitter when this show's on because it's just hilarious.
Yeah.
And people were saying, you know, I'm switching off. Like, it's just not the same as the Jungle. Like, it was okay last year because it was a novelty, but I don't want to see it in the Castle again this year. And I don't know. I thought it worked last year, and I think it's all about the celebrities. I don't think it's necessarily about the location of where it takes place.
I know what you mean. I think it's funny though, because I would assume that the conditions in Wales make it that bit tougher because it's so cold. But people seem to think the opposite and think that they've got a really easy time in Wales. And, you know, they haven't got all those like huge spiders and stuff. But they obviously do still put them through the paces. You know, this challenge they had to do last night. Look, you know, if you're scared of heights, this would have been absolutely terrifying. Like standing over that quarry and having to balance. Like, that's my problem. I've got terrible balance. So I would have just fell over straight away.
I've got my balance, but I would rather have done that than the thing where you put your hand under the seats.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. But what about tonight's trial? So obviously we've got an eating trial. We found out last night it was going to be Danny Miller doing it, and a preview clip that's been released today has revealed that Snoochie Shy from the Red Camp is doing it as well. They're obviously going to face off against each other and eat various disgusting things that you would never want to order off the menu. So, like this, for example.
This video is just amazing. As soon as it came through, obviously I'm with my sister. I showed it to my sister. She's like laughing out loud. I can't wait for later. Like, you just know that the eating trials are gonna be amazing, especially because Danny Miller has some sort of gagging problem that he spoke about. Yeah. So it is. I mean, it's just evil, isn't it? It's pure evil that that people have put him up for it. But I think that's just what they like to see. They like to see the celebs suffer, but I actually wouldn't mind an eating trial or the drinking, you know, when they have to drink something.
Oh, now see, I would be terrible at these. I mean, spiders is like the worst thing. I'm absolutely terrified. But I'm the same as Danny. Like, I feel sick quite easily. Like, I'm never going to be that girl who's going to hold your hair back while you're throwing up on a night out. Like, sorry, that's not me, because I'll throw up on the back of your head. Like, I can't do it. Like, I could not pick up that cow snout and eat it. But look, Dan here thinks that Danny is wondering if we think, I'm putting words in your mouth, Dan, sorry. He's wondered if we think that if Danny is playing up to get a bit more airtime. What do you is it too soon for tactics like that, do you think? Or is it possible?
I think it's too soon, but I actually tweeted it last night because I was like, I need like proof that I tweeted this. I was just like, I'm not getting good vibes from him, and he is going to have some serious rows with people. I feel like him and Richard are going to butt heads for sure.
Yeah.
And I don't know, at first he was kind of like, he was making a few like digs/comments. And it was like, oh, is he a bit nervous? And then I was just thinking, oh, if you carry on with comments like that, you're really going to get on people's nerves, because obviously things do wind you up even more in there, don't they? When you're kind of in that confined space and hungry and tired and cold.
It did make us laugh. When they were doing like the high challenge over the quarry, and Snoochie was making her way back along, and she was like, Louise, I love you. Naughty boy, I love you too. And then she just didn't say anything else. And Ant and Dec were like, oh, she's not keen on you, Daddy.
I know, it was. I just don't think he came across very well, and it's such a shame because obviously Emmerdale is such a popular show, and he's probably got a massive following. But someone on Twitter was like, he's basically his character, because obviously like Aaron Dingle is quite moody in Emmerdale, and they were just like, oh, it's nice to see he's basically just Aaron Dingle. So I think he does need to cheer himself up a little bit.
I know what you're saying, but I think obviously with soap stars in general, like, because they're in the soaps for so long and they're on like multiple times a week, you do kind of forget that these are real people. Do you know what I mean? Like, I talk about Pats like they're a real family who live down the road.
No, but
so
Vicki, you are a hardcore Corrie fan.
I am, but give him a chance. He might be a lovely guy. Who knows?
Yeah, no, completely. I think it goes one of two ways with going on these shows, because you really are going to see the real person. There's no way you can put on an act for like that many days when, you, like I said, you're hungry, you're cold, you're tired, you're fed up.
And you've got to keep it going 24/7, because you don't know what bits are going to be shown and stuff, it's like difficult. But speaking of soap stars anyway, we'll have to address where Simon Gregson and Adam Woodyatt are at, because obviously they were very much rumoured to be part of the lineup. The official lineup came out, they weren't there. So I think people might be wondering where they are, but obviously, as we've seen in previous years, usually there's two people who kind of show up a few days in, isn't there? So do you think this is going to be where they're going to show up?
Yeah, I mean, but wouldn't it be fairer to do like one male, one female? Or I don't know. I think
so. But I'm thinking back to, like, I think it was the last one in Australia, and it was Kirk from Corrie. Say, I don't know his real name. Andy something. Kirk from Corrie.
Yeah.
And
you think Kirk is a real person, don't you, Vicki?
A real person, 100%. No, but it was him and an EastEnders guy whose name also escapes us. I am a terrible showbiz journalist. Don't judge us.
Yeah, we've published for too many years now, so they all just kind of blur into one.
Also, we've got a comment here, look, from Agnes. She's trying to start a fight with Daniel Bird. No, Agnes is saying, obviously, about Danny Miller that she doesn't agree, and she thinks that he is genuine. She said, I don't think he's as hard as he makes out, and I don't think he has much patience. So look out if you get on his nerves when he's hungry. Oh, interesting, Agnes.
He's going to be hangry.
He's going to bite some heads off when he gets hungry.
Just going back to Simon Gregson quickly, I think he could be a winner. I don't know why. I just think he would come across really well. Really, really well.
Yeah. We'll love a bit of Steve. See? No, I agree. I think every time I've seen him being interviewed and stuff, he seems like a really nice guy. So maybe, if it's true and if he is going to come in alongside Ian Beale, things could be interesting. And
I don't know why, but I'm thinking of Ian Bill. You know when Ian Bill ran off and he was homeless or something? Do you remember? There was that picture of him sticking out the bush. I'm like, oh, that's basically just him, and I'm a celeb now.
Yeah, that's what he's going to look like in a few days.
I'm calling it now. If he is in, I don't think he'll go down very well.
Okay, well, look, let's
match with Richard. Anyway, I could literally talk about this for hours.
Yes, we could, but unfortunately, I'm sure nobody wants to listen to what all do.
But we must say, watch it tonight, because the clip that's been released is just looks hilarious.
It looks really, really good tonight. And yeah, so 9 p.m. ITV as usual. And I'm sure we or some other friendly faces will be back tomorrow to talk all about it. But thanks for watching.
Yeah.